5 things you can do to get better. And honestly, like, you need to understand, Jordan Peterson said this once and it really stuck with me. You need to understand the alternative of what happens if you keep getting worse. If you're in this kind of rut that I just talked about in terms of, you really can't find a way to improve, you can't find a way to get better, you can't find a way to understand yourself, blah, 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 whatever it's going to be. You need to understand what happens if you keep going down this route. You need to see what happens if you spiral. You need to have a heaven and a hell drawn out. If you understand what can happen if you choose to get better and get worse, you need to aim towards heaven, not towards hell. And you need to have both of those drawn out. I did it once for myself, and man, it was so damn scary. The hell that I drew out for myself, and when I was in really bad shape, right before I created the Value Economics movement, before I pulled myself out of that, created Value Economics Academy, my companies, my books, all the things, I was in rough shape. But the way I was able to pull out of it was that I got honest with myself, and I was able to orient myself away from the hell that I was going into in order to make strides in my life to get myself better. So I want to get just 5 actionable things as we kind of close here to get people who are maybe in that spot to get better. I am not diminishing you. I'm not demeaning you. I'm not saying that you have no right to get better. You have every right to get better, but you need to take action. You need to get out and get off your ass and do something. So the first thing you need to do if you are in this type of a rut, you need to get help. You need to get help. More importantly, you need to get in community with a lot of people, not a ton of people, but a good amount of people who can support you on your own way. So people, I think now especially, they die in isolation. Quietly, softly, whatever. You die in isolation. You need to have people in your life to get around you, for you to get around, rather, in order to make sure that you are progressing properly. People that can pour into you, and that you can reciprocate that and pour into them and help them with everything that you are doing. If you are doing this by yourself, you're going to fall on your face. You need help from somebody, whether that's paying for coaching, whether that's getting into a mentorship or a mastermind, or you're joining a gym even, and we'll talk about that in a second, but you need to be around other people. So many people, men in particular, hear me on this. You cannot do it by yourself. You need people. You need people to be by your side so that you can start to win. If you are a top-performing, high-earning man in a corporate job, I have a free gift for you, the Value Economist Handbook. In this book, you'll find a bulletproof, crystal clear, and step-by-step roadmap to build your values, systematize them into an unbeatable portfolio, and leverage them to create an unshakable identity that leads to fulfillment, meaning, and purpose. So, if you want a free copy, go down to the description below, fill out your information, and we'll send one over to you right away. Now, let's get back to today's video. And that's going to be the second one. The second thing, you need to find an easy way to get wins. If you are not winning at all in life right now, which is where a lot of people are, unfortunately, and I sympathize with that, you need to find an easy way to win. And the way that I always recommend doing this is through fitness. My friend Michael Montahano was at my mastermind a couple weekends ago, going to be in his wedding in about a month. I'm very honored by that. He is a fitness coach. He's done it for a very long time. He's helped hundreds of people get great results. So I have Michael Mott Fit on Instagram. If you want to go out and check him out, I highly recommend it. But the cool thing about fitness is that fitness is, I like to call it as the gateway drug to all other personal development types, which I think is true. And so you need to get momentum on your side before you can progress in a meaningful way to get to where you want to go. So I recommend fitness because fitness is a visible way, it's an easy way, and it's something that you can do in order to understand where your bread is buttered. And you feel better afterwards. Peter Attia has talked about this several times before, where it's like, if you were to package a pill that lowers stress and decrease anxiety and depression, all these things, you would invent exercise. Exercise is a magic pill, it turns out. It's not Ozempic, by the way. Don't do Ozempic. Ozempic cheats you in multiple ways, not just physically, but also mentally, more importantly, probably. And so there is that recommendation, which I highly recommend. Go to a gym. Doesn't have to be Planet Fitness, whatever. Join a gym. Lift weights. Run on a treadmill. Lift heavy stuff up and down. That's what I do. It works like a charm. Go to a martial arts gym. I box 3 days a week, 6 classes. It's awesome. It's great. Punch something, get something out of your system. Do something regularly where you can find an easy way to win. And then number 3, you got to find a way to win often, which means getting a routine down. And you need to fit as many wins in your day as you possibly can to give your arguments teeth and legs to stand on. So your day, my day is set up where I win all throughout my day. I have small wins all throughout my day. I write, I read, I work out, I talk to someone that I enjoy talking to. I work. I get good information in my head. I eat good food. I am around people that I love. I feel like I'm connecting with God. I'm reading scripture. I'm doing all these things. Your day should be so stacked with wins, up and up and up and up and down your calendar. You should be winning all day. So when you find a way to win, you need to find a way to win more often than you are right now. So getting a routine down is critical. I have a great video on that. It's down on my YouTube. Scroll down to the previous era of before the Value Economics show if you want to go ahead and see that video. But you need to find a way to win often, because if you are able to find a way to win consistently and win often throughout your day, your mind will start to shift. Your mind will start to change. You will see all of the things that are in your area, your periphery, your whatever you want to call it, and you will start to win far more often than you are right now, because you will have it in your schedule. You will literally be scheduled to win throughout the entire day, which is awesome. And you should be really, really purposeful about that. I stack my day, man, so often I win so much throughout my day, and I'm not even trying to brag here, but I have wins scheduled throughout my day. Get my Bible reading done. I pray. I work out. I eat a good, healthy breakfast. I work for a couple hours. I read. I write. I talk to my parents. I do all these things, whatever. And it's awesome. And you need to find a way to stack those wins throughout the day to develop a winner's mindset. It begins up here. Whether you're a winner or a loser, it begins in your mind. So find a way to win often. Be grateful. That's number 4. People have no idea how lucky they are that they even have the opportunity to think about improving. So that always helps. It matters to know that you're grateful for things. People that know that this does not get to happen everywhere, that people are starving in the other parts of the world, that there's kids in sub-Saharan Africa without water right now, it's a pretty damn humbling experience. And the people that I know that are really winning big in life are doing it because they know that they have the opportunity to. And if they were in any other place in the world, other than America, Western country, whatever, I think America probably only now, unfortunately, but fortunately for us. If you have the opportunity to even think about self-improvement, you are blessed. You're very blessed. So be grateful for that. Understand, get on your knees and pray to whatever higher power you pray to. If you don't have a higher power, get one. I highly recommend it. It's the best decision you can ever make in your life, especially if it's Jesus. But get on your knees and pray that you are able to think about improvement, and you're not thinking about what I'm going to eat for my next meal. Is my drinking water going to give me dysentery? Any of the things that people have inside of their lives. Be grateful for being able to improve. And number 4, know your value. Or number 5, know your values. Gotta know your values. I have a whole program built on this, Value Economics Academy. Link down below. I'd love to talk to you about it. I have taught so many people the importance of values. That's the whole reason I created the show. Reason I bought this mic. Reason I bought this camera, teleprompter, all these things. I want to teach people that living a value-oriented life is better, because it is better. I don't think people would be watching this if it wasn't better. I don't think they would be watching it. And I don't think you would be watching it either. Values are the only way that you can make sense out of this crazy world that we live in. They're the only way that you can have a development in yourself that is value-oriented and life-giving for long periods of time, for your whole entire life, hopefully. Living a value-oriented life by knowing your values and sticking to your values, first and foremost. It's the way to go. I'm telling you, it's the way to go. If you want to learn more, down Value Economics Academy down below. But just look them up. Look up what values are. Buy my book. Buy my ebook. Whatever. But get your values in alignment, people. You need to know your values. And that is going to be the 5th one that we're going to do in order to, if you want to improve your life, do those 5 things. I really, really recommend all of them.